Hello everyone. In last class we have seen about the cascade control strategy. In that we have defined the to make the control easy we have defined the two loops. One is primary loop and one is secondary loop. Now there are two types of cascade control strategy we can implement in computerized process control. The first is series cascade control and the second strategy is parallel cascade control. So as I have told you that we can control the multiple variable by defining the multiple loops. For measuring the one variable or for controlling the one variable, we will define primary loop, and for controlling the second variable or measuring the second variable, we will define the secondary loop. So you can see in the series cascade control, if we are using for multiple process, we will have a two process for two variables. Suppose in one process we are controlling the pressure and the other process we are controlling the temperature or any other variable. So for defining the process, if we draw the closed loop diagram or open loop diagram, for defining the process we need the process dynamics in time domain, and if we are defining the same process in the frequency domain, we need the transfer function of the process. Now we can define in series. Suppose the input is m. For process 1 the transfer function will be g1s, and the for process 2 the transfer function will be g2s. So this is the simple open loop diagram that how two process in cascade will appear. When we defining for process 1 the transfer function is g1s, and for process 2 the transfer function is g2s. Now you can see the closed loop diagram here. Here there is no connection between input and the output, that's why it is open loop process, and this is closed loop control or cascade control, because we are defining for process 1 we have defined g1s, and for process 2 we have defined the g2s. The output of process 1 is y1, the output of process 2 is y2. Now in feedback we use the negative, we always prefer the negative feedback. So here the gain value is given as a -1. Now here we have defined the GCS. GCS is controller transfer function. So we have defined the multiple loops in the cascade for this primary loop, for this secondary loop. So we can control multiple variables in multiple process. Like in first process I can control the pressure, in second process I can control the temperature. So we have seen the example in the last class. So how we can define the overall cascade control strategy by defining the two process in the cascade form or in the series form. We have defined the transfer function of one process, transfer function of second process, and the transfer function of the controller. Here GC is the transfer function of the controller. Now this is the simple closed loop diagram. This is the simple closed loop diagram. Now we can see the cascade control. This is the open loop diagram. This is the conventional closed loop diagram when we are controlling the two process, and this is the diagram of cascade control. So here you can see that for process 1 if the transfer function is g1, we have defined the one loop or primary loop or secondary loop, and for controlling the process 2 we have defined the transfer function g2, and that will be known as a secondary loop. So we have defined for measuring the suppose pressure in the primary loop and the temperature in the secondary loop. So we have defined the this loop is for process 1, this loop is for process 2, and we are preferring the negative feedback, and this is the equation of GCS, GC1s, and this is the equation of GC2s. For process 2 the controller transfer function is GC2s, and for process 1 the controller transfer function is GC1s. So how we can define the whole process or control the whole process with the help of series cascade strategy or series cascade strategy. Now the second is parallel cascade control. If the two transfer function are taken in a series, it is known as a series cascade control, and if the two transfer function is taken as in the parallel form, it is known as the parallel cascade control. So the same diagram can be defined for parallel cascade control. In that we also prefer the negative feedback. So these are the two basic types of cascade control strategy. One is series cascade control and the other one is parallel cascade control. Thank you.